Good morning, friends. It's 8:15 in the morning, and it's my day off, and I'm in my pajamas, and I look like Dennis the Menace because I haven't combed my hair. Pretty much plan to spend my day in my pajamas, and I haven't decided if I'll comb my hair or not because it's my day off. Yesterday, we went to the Turley reunion. I appreciate Brock driving Mom and I, and my uncle is the only family member who's still alive. My Uncle Tim, my dad's brother, is 90 years old. Of course, my mom is still with us, so they are the only two remaining OGs of the Turley clan. My aunt just passed away last week, which was my Uncle Butch's wife. She had a battle with cancer. So, this family time is very important. Don't discount your family time. It may not seem important to you, but to others it may be super important. So I really enjoyed being with my cousins yesterday. All of us couldn't be there, and for those of you who couldn't, we missed you. We really, truly did miss you. My cousin Sheila, she's in California. My brother, of course, is in Arizona, and then we had some others that just didn't make it. So we miss you, we love you, and I was thankful for the time I had with them. And oh, they can cook. Oh, the food was so good. So on the way down, I was telling Mom how I was going to make chili, and today we got to laughing about how Dad, growing up, my dad was a smoker. So when he made chili, it was super spicy, and we never really thought of it because we were used to it. We always ate it that way, and to us it didn't seem spicy. And I assumed because he was a smoker, his palate was off, and he needed a lot of spice to taste things. So I never thought anything about it till I started dating Brock, and he was eating, and he kept patting the napkin to his face. He said, "It's hot," and we got to laughing because it wasn't something that we ever thought about. To us, it didn't seem that hot, but to him, it was super hot because he didn't grow up eating smoker's chili. So as Dad quit smoking because it wrecked his health. He quit smoking, and then he could taste things, and then he realized, wow, that chili was super hot. So he kind of tampered it down after he got older, and spice doesn't work on the body like it does when you're younger. So it's funny. So I'm making chili, not quite as spicy as Dad's smoker chili, but I like a little spice in my chili. I'm not gonna lie. That's how I grew up eating it my whole life, so I'm not a sweet chili person. I like a good kick to my chili. So I never make chili twice the same way. I change it up every time. I don't ever have a chili recipe. I wing it. Chili is something I don't think you could ever mess up. I don't think so. So this is how I'm making chili today. Now next week if I make chili, it will not be the same way. But it's basically the same basic ingredients. So in my pot I have, I don't know, probably, I'm trying not to make a huge batch because it's just Brock and I. So I don't want to be eating chili, although I like it. I don't want to eat chili for the next 2 weeks. So I have here probably about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. I fixed about 3 pounds this morning, and I took half of it out, put it in a separate bowl, kind of like a food prep, because I thought, why not? I'm fixing it. Let's just go ahead and prep up some extra. So I've browned this ground beef this morning. So I prefer in my chili beans. Now you can use kidney beans, whatever. But I like that chili bean, and I like that spicy chili gravy that's on those. So I definitely do not drain the chili beans because it has that, I call it chili gravy. Everything to me is gravy. So so I gotta always try to figure out like a bean to beef ratio. I like a lot of beans. Brock likes a lot of beef. So I kind of try to compromise. So I usually always do 3 cans of some type of bean. So today I'm gonna do 2 cans of the chili beans. And then also I'm going to do chickpeas, garbanzo beans. So I just thought we both like chickpeas. I'm like, why not? Why not add some chickpeas to there? Delicious. You don't like chickpeas? That's fine. It's your chili. Don't put any chickpeas in there. You can do, sometimes I do pinto beans. Great North. Listen, it's your chili. Do whatever you want. So I'm just going to stir that up really quick. Ooh, smells good already. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of my spice. So sometimes I keep, hear the rooster, good morning, here on Krista's Country Kitchen. So, usually I keep chili powder or chili seasoning in the packet. I always try to keep that on hand. I'm out, it's no big deal. Chili seasoning is super easy to make, and the basics are chili powder, of course. I don't really know how much I'm going to put in, so I would say it's probably a couple tablespoons. And then cumin. Don't have cumin, it's no big deal. You definitely want chili powder. Okay, and of course, salt, pepper, garlic. So then I have my holy grail of my SPG here. So I'll put that down. I'm not going to do a whole lot right now. I always taste it once I put in the other stuff because I salted my ground beef. So I don't want to get it too salty. Although I like a little salt. We were laughing about that yesterday at the reunion. All the turleys like their salt. Brock yells at me. He says, you're eating too much salt. Okay, chili powder. I mean, come on. It's chili. Now we'll go a little light. I don't want Brock to break out in a sweat. He's out in the woods this morning. I'm enjoying my morning alone. I imagine he's going to hunt this evening. It's bow season for, it's deer season for bow hunters, I should say. And my boys are big bow hunters. Yes, we eat the venison. We enjoy the venison. We love it. Super lean, high quality meat. So that's what we lived on when we first got married. When we were broke, we ate a lot of venison. And it is delicious. If you've never tried venison and you have an opportunity to, you should. It's really good. Okay. Touch of chili sauce. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little bit of my jalapeno pepper. Now, I mean, of course, you could add jalapenos to this. You could add peppers. I don't normally add peppers to my chili. Sometimes I do, but I don't know. I'm just keeping it pure today. And then I'm going to add a little bit. I'm trying not to stir this too hard. I want to smash up my chickpeas. I'm going to add a little bit of this Aleppo pepper. This is like my new obsession. Love it. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try it. Let me grab a... Look back here at my can opener. Do you see that? That can opener I bought when before Brock and I ever got married. We've been married 28 years. And that old can opener, I don't have the heart to throw her out. She still works. She's faded with time, just like me. But you know what? She still gets up and does her job every day. So why toss her aside? I'll keep her till she rests in peace. Okay, so I'm going to try this real quick. Try my spice. Mmm. Delicious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, that's going to be good. Okay, so we get these, of course, these frozen onions in at work. We put on pizzas. We have these and we have red onions. So, of course, these are froze. It's no big deal. I'm going to cook the chili. So I'm just going to plop in some onions froze. I try to always keep a bag in my freezer. Whatever onion you like. You can chop it fresh. I just have these in the freezer, so I'm just going to use them. Use them up. Whatever onion you desire. No onion. Like I said, it's your chili. Listen, you don't have to get so uptight about cooking. What I do, you don't have to do. Use the basics, your ground beef, and your seasonings, and your beans, and build from there. Okay? So, whatever you like. Play around. Like I said, I never, ever, ever make chili the same way twice. I don't have a recipe for chili. I just throw her in the pot, and we eat. So, this summer, if you remember, I made some salsa, and some of the tomatoes I ground up in my food processor, and I froze. I froze them in a container. I'll show you what I froze them in. Sorry, I got a big dog right behind me. these little takeaway containers, they can be put in the freezer. Put that right in this container and put the lid on it. We put them right out in the freezer, just like that. I have a tomato seed on my hand. Okay, so this is going into the pot. I laid them out yesterday before we went to the reunion, and they were still froze. So I was like, so I popped it in the microwave. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so there's that. I want to use that. I wish you could smell this because it smells so delicious. Sometimes I add the diced tomatoes. I haven't decided yet, so I'm just going to leave it out for now. What I'm going to do, I don't know yet. So I'm going to taste this again. So good. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. Now, of course, you could add, my dad always added tomato juice. I never got along well with tomato juice, so I don't add that to mine. I'll add tomato sauce and water it down. I don't know what it is about tomato. Oh, I imagine it's the acidity with the tomato juice. Okay, so now we're starting to look like some delicious chili. Look at that. Look at that, friends. Now, I was debating on the tomato sauce because of the frozen tomatoes, but I think I'm going to need just a little bit more. So let me run to my pantry. Excuse me, Jake. Tomato sauce is something I always keep as a staple, so I always have that on hand. So let me get my... Sorry you have to see my derriere. Alright. Tomato sauce is going in. Voila. During the fall months, I always try to keep beans and tomato sauce and things like that on hand. So if I decide to whip up chili, I've got all the ingredients here. Now, we like chili a little thinner. By all means, make it as thick or as thin as you want it. So what I'll do now, there we go. Looky there. By all means, you could add beef broth, you could add chicken broth, you could add whatever if you don't want to add water. I just always add water. It's cheap, it's free, it's easy. Delicious. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Like I said, we like it thinner. So there we go. Now that I've thinned it down with a little bit more water, I'll go back with a little bit more chili powder. Shh, don't tell Brock. He'll be fine. A little more toilet powder. Now as this starts to heat up and cook on my stove, I'll sample it again and add seasonings as needed, if needed. Like I said, I like a little kick to my chili, so I don't think you need to pour the sweat. And yes, I'm using the same spoon because you know why? This is my family's chili. Now, I would never do this at work. I would never do this if someone else was eating our chili, but this is just mine and Brock's chili. And if we, after 30 years together, haven't eaten after each other, then, well, what I have, he has. What he has, I have. Good. I'm going to put it on the stove. I'm not going to turn it up on really high heat. I'm just going to, probably at 4. My stove goes from low to 9. So I'm going to put about a 4. That way she can go slow and low all day. Brock's probably going to be home, he said, for lunchtime. And then he'll probably go back out into the woods. So I wanted to get this on this morning and get it going. My plans today are nothing. I'm going to have some coffee. I'm going to finish up some online Christmas shopping. I always start in August, and I try to have it done by Thanksgiving. Now listen, I know the economy really right now. I'm not into politics. I'm not into finances. I'm not into that, all that. But you have to be blind to see that things are super expensive right now. So don't discount the gift of time. Let's say you have a amazing cookie you make or a great lasagna. Listen, fix that up. Give that as a gift. I would appreciate something like that. That's the gift of time and a gift of a dinner or a treat or, you know, maybe you have an elderly neighbor or an elderly family member. Go in and offer to clean their house or go do an errand for them or something like that. That's an amazing gift. It doesn't have to be something store bought or expensive. Just something like that, would be great. Mow their yard. I don't know. Whatever. Just find something. I'm a foodie. So you know what? If someone brought me some spices or someone gave me a new recipe they found that they thought I would like, to me that would be fantastic because they took the time to come up with something like that. Like I said, bake them a treat, put the recipe on there. Great. Awesome. Love it. I plan on, we had a beef killed, and I plan on gifting some beef roast this year because you know what? Beef roast costs the price of a new car now. Have you priced the beef roast at the store? My word. And ground beef, people, is expensive. So you know what? If I can gift a couple roasts to people, that's a nice gift. To me, I think it's a nice gift. I hope they think it's a nice gift because things are expensive. Things are rough right now. We need to pray and we need to learn to do things. We need to make some compromises and we need to live like our ancestors did. Learn to do some things. Okay. I'm done preaching and teaching. I love you all. If you guys have any interest, some friends send me different things and like, oh look, check this out, and I really appreciate it. It's cool. So anyway, if you need any ideas on kitchen gadgets or different spices to give people, shoot me a message. I don't mind telling you. I'll give you some ideas of some weird and interesting things, and I might do a segment. I was probably going to wait till like the 1st of November to do like a kitchen gift segment on some great gift ideas for maybe new cooks or old cooks or things that you don't think about or things that they would just appreciate to have. Things that I know I would appreciate having in my kitchen. Okay. Have a great day. Love you. And make some chili on this nice cold day.